Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you what the best times are to sell your stuff online. So, obviously, there's a lot of different ways to make money online, and one of the fastest ways to do it is to sell stuff you already have. Whether you want to do this for like a side business or you just want to get rid of your stuff, then I'm going to show you the best times to actually get rid of your stuff, when to sell it to get the peak price and get the most out of whatever it is you're selling. So, the first thing, of course, we're going to start and do this by the month. So, January, the things that tend to sell best are one, workout clothes, workout gear, and equipment. That kind of stuff tends to sell very well. eBay, of course, is a great place to sell this kind of stuff. And you can see there's treadmills, there's ab machines, there's cable machines, there's all kinds of weights and cardio equipment that you can get. Things like that sell very well at the very beginning of the year in January because a lot of people make these New Year's resolutions that they're going to lose weight. That's one of the biggest ones that people make. So you want to sell your workout equipment and things like that at a couple different times during the year. I'll get to the second one here in a minute, but the first being January. That's one of the best times to sell it. Also, another thing that sells very well in January is textbooks. So if you have textbooks from school, college, whatever level you were at, this is the time to sell your textbooks. So bookscouter.com is one of the best places to do this, and you can go to Bookscouter, sell your textbooks, and you can see that you can get a pretty good price for many of them. You might make even a few $100s per textbook depending on what it's for, but selling your old textbooks in January works very well because that's the start of the second semester. So many students are frantically trying to find books at a good deal. So February, of course, you want to focus more on things for Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, of course, holidays are a big part of when you sell stuff and when you don't. Valentine's Day is obviously a big deal, and jewelry is one of the best things to sell in February. So if you have leftover jewelry of any kind that still looks pretty good, you can sell that on eBay, or you might sell it on another site that doesn't really matter, but you can sell your jewelry used and still get a pretty good amount for it, because jewelry is just something that doesn't always lose value just because it's used. So sell that in February. Another thing that sells very well in February is lingerie. Obviously, you don't want to sell used, but you want to sell some that if you have some lingerie from a gift or something that you've never opened, still has the tags on it and everything, you could sell it on a place like eBay and get rid of that in February for Valentine's Day. So that's another thing you can do. As far as March goes, you might want to get rid of things like wedding gear. So if you have stuff from a wedding, things that people could use in receptions, wedding gowns, bridal gowns, things like that, you could sell them at a place like preownedweddingdresses.com, or you could sell them on a regular place like eBay or Craigslist. Get rid of stuff like that, but this one's specifically for wedding type dresses, and like I said, it is preownedweddingdresses.com. Selling that stuff in March is the ideal time to do that. That's when people tend to start getting married. People tend to start planning weddings and things like that around March during the year. Also, you want to sell clothes that are for warm weather. So if you have some stuff that you want to get rid of that still has the tags on it that you've never really worn, shorts, t-shirts, polo shirts, whatever it is, summer dresses, you can get rid of that stuff around March. That's when people start to feel that warm weather coming around, depending on where you live. But that's another thing that you can do, and it will really help. But you can get rid of stuff like that as well at a place like threadup.com. That's where you can sell clothes. And as you can see right now, they're doing a lot of summer clothes and things like that. So, but you can start selling stuff for summer around March and get a really good price for it. In April, you want to sell things like prom dresses from the past, or you might sell bicycles. Tend to do very well. Believe it or not, people want to get outside around April, around springtime, and start doing things like bikes. A lot of bike riding is getting very common now. I see people all the time riding up and down different streets nearby on their bikes these days for exercise, for getting around. It's become very popular. So if you have a used bike, you can get rid of that. If you have like prom dresses that you can get rid of, you can get rid of them at promagain.com. That's one place that you can sell. They also have apps for Apple and Android devices. Bicycles, you might just sell those locally on Craigslist, for instance. You can see all these different bikes for sale, and that can be a great place to sell those things, of course, because that's more of a local deal. Workout gear also sells very well at this time of year, so back to that. If you want to sell your gym equipment, you want to sell your dumbbells, you want to sell stuff like that, January and April are two of the best times of the year to get rid of stuff like that. They're getting rid of this. They're getting ready for summer. They're trying to get that more lean body for summer and going on vacation. People tend to go on vacation during the summer when they have kids out of school and things like that, when the weather is warm. And also, like I said, in January when people make New Year's resolutions. In May, you can start selling things like luggage, vacation items, and things like that. Like I just said, people tend to start traveling in the summer, and they're going to start needing things like luggage, and they're going to want a good price because new luggage can be very expensive. So you might sell that stuff on eBay. You might sell that on Craigslist. You could do your own garage sales. There's a lot of different ways to sell stuff. You know, mainly eBay, Craigslist. Those are your main places to sell just about anything. But they have sections for just luggage. And you might want to get rid of that stuff around May because that's peak time for people to start getting ready for vacations, to start planning them for when their kids get out of school. And other vacation items as well, of course. So you might need like plug adapters if you're going to go out of the country. You know, different outlets are different depending on the country you're in. If you're going from the U.S. to vacation in the U.K., you might need a plug adapter and things like that. So those are the types of things you want to get rid of in May. June, on the other hand, you want to sell things that are for summer. You might sell hammocks, you might sell lawn chairs, you might sell water toys for the pool. Maybe you have one of those little basketball goals that goes next to your pool. That's the kind of stuff you want to get rid of in June. So you might sell things like stuff for your pool. Those are really a good time to sell that type of stuff. Inflatable stuff that goes on next to your pool, accessories for your pool, stuff for your boat. Those are the types of things you might want to get rid of. Stuff for your lawn, for your patio, And you can get top dollar for those things around June. As far as July, if we move on to July, you can get rid of things like baby gear. You might not know this, but baby gear is really popular in July because more babies are born around July and August than any other time of the year. So when it comes to that, you might want to start selling your old baby clothes, maybe from your kids that have outgrown them, or your old baby toys and things like that around July, and start doing that through August. So you can sell all kinds of stuff. Obviously, kid2kid.com, that's one way to kind of sell stuff for kids, for babies specifically. And then, of course, you also have Craigslist, you have eBay. You can sell stuff on Amazon, but Amazon's a little bit more of like a business type of setting. So if you're just trying to get rid of one or two items, I would recommend more eBay and Craigslist type stuff. But also, back to school is a big deal because usually towards the end of August is when people go back to school. So then you start thinking about things like that. Textbooks, pencils, whatever, different supplies that you could use for school. Now, when it comes to that, August is when, things really ramp up as far as getting back to school. If you want to sell furniture that could fit in a dorm, kind of small furniture like a chest of drawers or twin beds, things like that, you could sell pretty well around this time of the year. You also get back to things like textbooks, of course. Like I said, you want to use a site like bookscouter.com to sell your textbooks because it's for that. It's specific to textbooks and things like that. And you can sell college furniture at uloop.com. You can see all kinds of different types of furniture here, specifically that would fit in like a small dorm room. So those are the types of things you might sell in August. As far as September, things that I recommend you sell in September are furniture, home goods, things like that. So typically, if you think about it, people tend to move into their new homes in the summer. So if you want to get the most of whatever it is you're selling, and you have some furniture and home goods to sell, that would be the time to get rid of it. Except September is usually when people start to go for this stuff. So you might want to wait. Summer's good, but September is probably your peak time to sell those types of things like furniture. You could sell at sell.com, which is kind of like Craigslist, except it's only stuff for sale. They don't have job ads and all that stuff. But of course, Craigslist and eBay are also very good, but either way, get rid of your furniture, home goods, and garage sales, eBay, Craigslist, sell.com, etc., because that is when people start to decorate their homes that time of the year. They're trying to get rid of, or you are obviously wanting to get the most money for your stuff, and that would be the time to get rid of it. In October and September, of course, you can start getting rid of Halloween outfits, Halloween decorations. Like I've said before, earlier in the video, you want to capitalize on the different times of the year, like during holidays and right before holidays. Many times it's the month before the holiday that you want to get rid of this stuff. So if you have any kind of Halloween stuff or things that could even be in the same category as something related to Halloween, then that would be the time to get rid of it, somewhere between September and October. So if you looked up Halloween stuff on Amazon, you have all these Halloween pillows, scary movies, stuff for decorating the house, fake jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. You can get rid of all that time of the year and then help get top dollar for it. Costumes are another thing, masks, all that type of stuff. And cold weather clothes. Cold weather clothes, obviously, that's about the time of year when things start to get chilly, especially if you live up north. So if you're selling jackets, if you're selling stuff like that, maybe you have some old sport coats or blazers you want to get rid of. Those are the types of things you could sell at that time of the year. You could get rid of those, get a better price for them when they're going to be in demand, which is about October, going into the cold months and going into just before winter. November, same deal. Obviously, a lot of people will be buying clothes for the cold weather, especially if you're more in the southern states or southern areas, wherever you live. You might not start feeling the cold weather until more into December or January. And you can sell your cold weather clothes. You can sell holiday decorations, anything related to holidays. November is the time to really start getting rid of it because, between Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, all that stuff, you want to get rid of your lights. You want to get rid of your Christmas trees. You want to get rid of ornaments, presents you don't want, just about anything that could go for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, those types of things. So obviously holiday stuff pretty much could be anything. Lights, Christmas stuff, Hanukkah stuff, whatever you want to get rid of that could even be related to holidays. Really, if you want to sell anything that could be valuable or that could be given as a good gift around the holidays like December, that's when you could get rid of it. So that's also a peak time, especially for like classic video games stuff as well, and electronics. December, once you get to December, of course, same thing. You're going to want to get rid of those types of things. Jewelry as well. Jewelry is another thing that sells very well at this time of year, of course, for Christmas. So you could get rid of all kinds of jewelry. You could get rid of anything that could be used as a present, not a present, but a present, as well as any kind of decorations for that time of year. A few other things that you might keep in mind as well. Cars tend to sell, if you're trying to get rid of vehicles, whether for a business or for just upgrading, or you just have too many cars. If you're trying to get rid of that stuff, you might sell in the spring when people get their tax returns, early summer. Those are the times that typically things sell very well. Sometimes even in the early holidays when people are trying to get a vehicle as a present. So, some things are going to have multiple seasons. Another thing is, appliances, movies and video games you can sell pretty much any time of the year. I recommend more around the holidays. Large appliances pretty much apply all year round, especially at the time when people are moving. So maybe summer, early fall and stuff like that. If you want to start your own website and you want to sell your stuff that way, I have a page here called How to Start a WordPress Blog in 3 Steps with Bluehost Hosting. So it only costs you like $3 or $4 a month to have this website, and it'll take you like 3 steps to set it up. It's very quick and easy, includes domain and everything, and that will allow you to sell your own stuff. Maybe you even want to sell your own art. You could do that on a site like eBay. You could do that on Etsy. You could sell it on your own website. You could sell, maybe you want to start a car dealership, sell used cars, have your own website. Either way, if you want to sell anything and you want to make a business out of it, you probably need your own website, and this will help you for that. So if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something about like what time of the year to sell stuff, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video in general, or you want to let me know about some other experiences you've had for different times to sell different things for the best price, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and add to this topic for people. And the show notes, related content, and all that stuff to this video will be on one page for you at selfmadesuccess.com in the coming days, and I'll have a link to that page in the description for the video as well. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.